Hello everyone. Today we start from a picture. The picture of the Earth, viewed from the outer space. How old is the Earth? Scientists all over the world have calculated differently. But the established scientific study says the Earth is 6 billion years old. Up to now, the Earth is only home for human beings. It has witnessed our evolution from animals to modern humans. As the cleverest species, human species have distinguished us from the rest of the animal world. In the long journey of evolution, men have adapted to our surroundings, as well as changed the surroundings out of our own interests. Human activities have changed the Earth or not. While creating marvels one after another, human beings also put the Earth into unexpected dangers. We have not only made Earth less suitable for our further existence, but also destroyed the living condition of other beings on the Earth. Since human society stepped into the 21st century, environmental crisis undoubtedly is the #1 problem eager to be solved, for it concerns with the further existence of human species. Though evidences have proved human activities started to pollute our surroundings as early as the prehistoric time, the large-scale human polluting activities started from the Industrial Revolution, and it has been lasted to today. That is over 250 years. The developed countries first realized the severe environmental problems. From 1950s to 1980s, severe polluting events occurred frequently among the developed countries. Since 1970s, the developed countries started to take measures to improve their environment. Among the measures was shifting their producing bases to the underdeveloped countries. The measures seemed to meet the needs of both sides. The developed countries found a way to slow down the exploitation of raw materials and reduce pollution on their own lands, while the underdeveloped countries, like the PR China, got opportunities to develop their domestic economy. Since the late of 1970s, the underdeveloped countries represented by the PR China launched fast economic development. The achievements are remarkable, but at the turn of the 21st century, people in these countries started to find they lived in a world which has been severely polluted. In 1968, a group of people sharing a common concern for the future of humanity and the planet founded an association, Club of Rome. In 1972, the club published its first report, The Limits to Growth. The report warned that man's quest for unlimited growth would lead to a sudden crash in all aspects. Based on the condition in 1970s, the Club of Rome presented the chart. It predicted collapses before 2030. Faced with the situation, what shall we do? Is human development definitely in contradiction with environmental protection? John Robert McNeill, an American environmental historian, published the book Something New Under the Sun, an environmental history of the 20th century world in 2001. In this book, Professor McNeill analyzed the factors leading to the ecological situation at the turn of the 21st century and urged people to make a change in all aspects to make the mankind more adaptable to the changed environment. He pointed out the ecological condition at the turn of the century was the result of social, political, economic, and intellectual preference and patterns of human beings. For the future survival of humankind on the earth, men need to make changes on thoughts, way of production, as well as communication with other parties. Today, more people have realized we must make a change for the future of human species and human civilization. Human society needs further development, while our environment must be protected. As a result, the concept of sustainable development is introduced and increasingly accepted. But how could we achieve the both? What happened in the past 300 years seems to have proved that fast human development is not environmental friendly. Since the turn of the 21st century, both Western and Chinese scholars started to recheck human civilization, and quite a few of them have realized it is time to re-evaluate the value of traditional Chinese ideas, while holding on the Western faith in science. Western civilization led the whole human society into the industrial civilization, from which human beings have benefited not. But in these decades, we must be faced with the side effect it brings to us, environmental crisis. More and more Westerners have realized their traditional human-centered thoughts need to be modified. Different from the Western concept, Chinese ancestors viewed man as part of the nature, while admitting man is a kind of particular being on the earth. The concept is best presented in Lao's saying, "Man models himself after earth. Earth models itself after heaven. Heaven models itself after Tao, and Tao models itself after nature." Dujiangyan irrigating system is a paradigm of ecological project our Chinese ancestors left to us. At present, development is closely related to being environmental friendly. People pay much attention to exploring new energies and renewable energies, which are cleaner compared with traditional fossil fuels like oil and coal. Besides, researches on using energies more efficiently and reusing rubbish are underway. And all this must depend on scientific study. Wise political leaders are the guiders of the trend of exploration. In China, political leaders promote nationwide scientific innovations. In the United States, President Obama appointed scientists as the director of the Department of Energy in his 2 terms. Human civilization will survive the present environmental crisis and develop further, while the Earth itself and its ecosystem will survive and revive. This is our blueprint for the future of the Earth. Will the Earth still the ideal home for human beings? We optimistically make effort for it.